3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, wow.
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast. I'm Miles, the You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We're the coldest podcast in all of the Midwest. Guys, we finally did it. We finally reached 100K on Facebook. Woo-hoo! We also got into a little bit of a rant. I paused because I was all focused on the 100K and then forgot what I was going to say afterwards. We got into a little bit on the ranch side of the game, which isn't usual. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about a lot more. So let's get into the show.
I would venture to say it's almost the nectar of the gods. Back, baby, back. I want my push. Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 20-something. 26?
25?
25. Episode 25 of the You Betcha Radio Podcast. We're happy to have you guys along. Again, pretty big milestone today. We just had a big milestone of 1 year with You Betcha. The birth of You Betcha 1 year ago, and now we're at 100K. So it took a year and a week. Your goal was to hit it in 1 year, and
We're
you're this far off.
I know. We were sitting at like 40K, like beginning of January, and I was like, dude, you think we can get to 100K by the time that we get to the 1 year? And you're like,
Yeah, we had that talk a while ago.
Yeah, you were kind of like, well, I think it's possible, but dude, that's over double what we just did, and we just had like a bunch of videos that did well.
Well, and that's kind of the same trend as the last couple of weeks. We had multiple videos that did well. So that definitely put us on the map a little bit more. I feel like someone not from the Midwest would be like, "Oh, is there even 100,000 people in the Midwest?"
That is probably actually true.
Yes, there is.
That reminds me, I'm shooting a video tomorrow. I might add something, a population joke in there.
Sure.
So it's a little preview for the podcast listeners on a video that I'm doing. So speculate on what it's going to be.
Yeah. So kind of a cool milestone, 100K. I'm pretty fatigued today. We've been talking about this the last 30 minutes. I'm fatigued. This is the most shirts I think I've ever printed before.
Some people, I guess, aren't built for the grind, Ryan.
It's just the hustle and bustle of You Betcha.
Yeah, some people just aren't built to last, really. There's a reason why you don't drive a Ford truck.
Yeah, I do drive a GMC.
And that's probably, you're a GMC guy through and through, we found out today. But speaking of motorized vehicles, Ryan, U Motors, Motorsports and Marine, located in Fargo, North Dakota, and Pelican Lake, Minnesota. They have all the best motorized stuff you could want. Boats, jet skis, side-by-sides, you name it. Motorcycles, I even believe. They have all the best brands as well. Honda, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, Can-Am, Atique boats, Supreme boats, Super boats. All of the boats, and even Avalon pontoons. So if you mention this ad, you can get 20% off parts and accessories. Some exclusions may apply. You can find them on their Facebook, Instagram, and also at their website at umotorsinc.com. Again, that's umotorsinc.com. They have great customer service there. Every time I meet someone who knows the guys at U Motors, they're always like, "Oh, so you've been working with those guys? Yeah, they're good shit." You know, it's just always something good to say. And
I mean, U Motors and You Betcha, I think it was just meant to be for the main sponsorship.
Yeah, we should get them to change their name to YOU Motors.
U Motors.
Like you.
Yep.
Yeah. But thanks to them, they help us get where we need to be, especially on our bar takeovers with our trailer. Great. I hope here in the next month or two, we'll get a video with them, something fun, something stupid.
Maybe they'll give us an Avalon pontoon to tool around on.
Yeah, we did strike a deal where we're gonna do a video with them. So we just got to get it lined up and be fun to do one on a lake actually at their at their Pelican Lake location, and so look forward to that. Ryan, moving forward, I did not anticipate this week being a ranch-filled week.
Yeah, isn't it kind of funny how you go into the week, and I feel like you took a week off of the Ranch Wrangler, kind of just let things saturate a little bit.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where you have a couple videos that are rolling. No need to pollute the feed more than you. Honestly, it came down to like I had a lot of stuff going on, and I was like, okay, I could jam these Ranch Wranglers in here.
Yep.
Or we can just let these other ones ride. I will be mentally a lot happier human and not as stressed if I just push it off till later. And that's kind of what happened. But I'm glad that we did Wingstop.
You did Wingstop, and it's weird because Wingstop just opened here in town, and I think this is our grand opening. This week is our grand opening, so you hit it at the right time.
I mean, it's no secret now that we have a new king in the ranch game.
I mean, think about this. Went
from Chili's was number one to Wingstop now. So I think it goes probably Wingstop, Chili's, and then I would say Jimmy John's is Kickin' Ranch. I know it's like not like a traditional ranch, but I just love that ranch. So it goes. Those are probably the 1, 2, 3.
Boston's would be up there too,
and then Boston's is probably a 4.
Yep,
I would say.
What a great start for Wingstop though. Your grand opening this week.
Yeah, I mean the service was atrocious. It was.
I get that training people.
I don't get it. Aren't you just throwing wings in a fryer and then like putting sauce on it and just tossing it in a bowl and serving it up?
Was the food good though?
The food was good. I would need to, because I only got a smaller one because I had already kind of eaten lunch, which was a total mistake. But,
yeah.
So I just got like a 6-wing thing. So it wasn't like I was diving into it. So I was kind of focused on the video of doing the ranch. So I would not give a full review on it necessarily. They were good. I just don't know where I'd place them in terms of wings.
So do they have anything besides wings? Do they have obviously they have fries, I'm sure. Do they have sandwiches?
They got like chicken strips.
Okay.
Which are just boneless wings, but longer. But I'm sure they had some sort of chicken sandwiches and stuff along with it. I don't know. It was pretty tunnel vision trying to get in and out. There was 3 people ahead of me. One was supposed to be to go, and then they didn't have it to go. So then they had to send it back and get it for them. And then the other people, they were on their lunch break. They were like some sort of manual laborers. And you could tell that they were getting kind of frantic because they thought it was going to be faster like I did. And so they started with like, where's my order? Where's my order? That came late. And then another lady's, all 3 of these in front of me. It wasn't like I was there for a long time.
Right.
The next lady, just her complete order was wrong. It just wasn't like the right sauce or something. And so.
Sounds like the Taco John's next to the bunker.
Yeah. The Taco John's next to the bunker is atrocious as well. So service. I'm going to say D-. I won't give them an F because they're newly open, but it was bad. But the wings were good. I wouldn't say they're the best wings I've ever had, but the ranch is the best ranch I've ever had on the Ranch Wrangler.
Yeah, I mean, they took the crown. They took the crown 1 week into it, which is kind of a big honor because we've been doing Ranch Wranglers.
I mean, obviously they're a chain restaurant, so it's like not like the first. It's not like their first rodeo, but in our town, it's
newly to our town. Yes, we've been doing Ranch Wranglers for like 6 months, and we finally crowned a new king.
Yeah, it was like the Chili's one was like first few into it.
Yeah, Chili's was early,
and then it was always just comparing it to that, and now got another one on top, which is it was actually like in the video you see me, I'm smiling right now because this is so like I was actually like super happy that we had finally got one that was going to be better than Chili's.
Yeah.
So that was pretty nice.
Where do you think your next stop will be?
I might go to B-Dubs because people are like, I think it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a debate going on with that where I had people commenting being like, see, I told you Wingstop's better than Buffalo Wild Wings. Now the tough part is doing an honest, well, it would still be a fair review. It always is. But I've been to B-Dubs so many times and had their ranch and wings that it's going to be kind of like,
you know what to expect.
Yeah, it's
probably
gonna be
already
tough
have the
though too,
verdict.
because I would say that the ranch, the whole atmosphere at B-Dubs, you're not gonna not eat your wings with ranch.
Yep.
But going into it, I kind of feel like if you just put the ranch up against other ranches, it's not going to do that well.
No, it's being mass produced. I feel like for how many people come in and out of B-Dubs per day.
It's too thick.
Yeah.
For sure. It's going to fail the drip test really bad.
Taste wise though, we can make up a little ground with the taste.
Yeah.
B-Dubs ranches, to me, it's pretty good.
It's definitely not too tangy, if I remember correctly.
Now, will you ever get blue cheese somewhere?
No.
I won't either. I actually don't know if I've ever tried blue cheese.
So what's funny is this craft beer video that is, it's up to 3 million views now.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's brought in a lot of new people to the page. And so those people have never seen a ranch wrangler. They don't really understand the ranch side of our whole game. So it's been funny. It was funny on that post. A bunch of people I've never seen comment before. A bunch of people who aren't necessarily directly from the Midwest commenting like, ew, ranch is gross. You got to do blue cheese and wings. You got to do blue cheese and wings. I'm like, what do I do with all you non-Midwesterners trying to tell me about ranch and wings?
That's when the classic comment comes into play. You must be new here.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
I used a few of those for sure.
I love that. Well, and then you get the top fans coming in too. Like, top fans got your back.
Top fans are the best.
Hey, top fan here.
You can tell sometimes though. I see you, top fans. I can see sometimes when you just comment just to make sure you can keep your top fan badge. I can tell when you're commenting for real and when you are commenting just to keep that badge. I respect the hustle. I'm not gonna say don't comment. Just letting you guys know that I know what's going on.
It's a badge of honor.
It truly is.
I wonder who the longest top fan has been. The longest duration.
I actually think if I really dug deep into the Facebook analytics, I could figure it out. Oh my God, are you okay, Ryan?
Wow, bush cough.
The sweatshop conditions that I've been putting him under finally starting to catch up to him.
I told you, I'm fatigued.
So we're going to talk about this last shirt run and Ryan and his game after the first break. Hopefully we can get him like a glass of water to wash down some of this bush.
The bush cough.
The bush cough is in full effect. So we'll take a break and then we'll get on with talking about Ryan and his sweatshop conditions. All right, Ryan, before we get talking about you, I'm going to see if I can keep pushing you off until like we just run out of time on the podcast. That'd be nice.
When there's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. I think I could always find something to talk about other than you, Ryan, though. So,
which is great.
I know that you feel the love.
This is the You Betcha Radio podcast, not the Ryan the T-shirt guy podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Finally.
Hey, I'm getting it.
Before we get into that, we kind of there was this post that was posted on the internet. The original tweet was actually really funny. It was like, first thing that happens when I get back home in Wisconsin is I pull up the newspaper and there's, ranch rankings. And like, that was the original post. Well, people saw it and they tagged us in it. And we're like, what do you think of this? And I was like, I quote tweeted it, said this is ridiculous. They put Hidden Valley as number one out of 14 other bottled ranches. There had to have been something.
I'm going to pull it up real quick just so I can see the other rankings.
Yeah. And so that was the original post. I did all that. Then clearly someone sent it to like Barstool or something.
Yep.
Barstool posted it, and then I got tagged in it about 100 times on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So then I had to put out a reaction video about how Hidden Valley is bogus and this is so dumb. It's just crazy how passionate people are about ranch, one. Two, I feel so bad for this like small town
man.
Bush burp. It's like a local newspaper that put this article out, and some kid was like, "Oh, this will be fun to do this," and then it gets blasted on Barstool, and then people in the comments are like, "This is like just unbelievable. Whoever did this is an idiot." Blah 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 blah. I even kind of trashed them a little bit.
Yeah,
but it's just crazy how ranch can be such a hotly debated thing.
It's also crazy that craft classic ranch dressing
And apparently
ended
they-
number 2.
Yeah, and
Are you
appar-
kidding me?
Apparently they did it blindfolded.
Okay.
So I actually, and then some guy questioned me too. Some guy was like, well, why don't you do a blind taste test and see if you can pick out the Hidden Valley? I go, bud, I literally did it in a Ranch Wrangler. I said, this tastes so much like Hidden Valley. I wouldn't be surprised if it was literally Hidden Valley. Someone commented on that post and said, Miles, holy crap, you are a real expert. I used to work there and they literally use just Hidden Valley. So you're correct. And I was like, and then he's like, oh, well, you should try it again. And I'm like, I'm not
what?
your circus monkey.
Yeah.
I did it once.
Yep.
I nailed it. What else do you want from me? What else do you want from me, Ryan?
I don't think there's anything else you can do.
Yeah.
The video's out there. The original Hidden Valley video was one of our biggest videos. Like,
Yeah, it was in the top like 5 or 6 or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, and that's where the whole ranch movement started. Was the Hidden Valley versus Runny, the secret Runny Ranch video. And you're an honest reviewer. You're not gonna, Hidden Valley's not too bad. I think I could eat. No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna be like, I'm not gonna eat this stuff.
You know that I'm not doing it. Like I'm not doing this for like trying to get as much money as I can, because if anyone was smart in the ranch game, you're pro Hidden Valley. Hidden Valley
100%.
is throwing money at social media and influencers and stuff left and right. They are throwing parties. They're doing cool stuff. They they're doing the keg of ranch. They're doing cool stuff. It's just too bad their ranch sucks.
Yeah.
It's just, it sucks. I don't know what else to like do. It's like, basically I'm going to have to just start my own ranch company and just do something cool.
I think we could make that work.
I think we can maybe make that work.
Here's a question for you. So, you've been testing out all of this ranch on like fried food, I feel like, whether it's wings or chicken strips or whatever.
Most of the time it's fries. Yeah.
So, what kind of ranch would you prefer on like a salad? If you were to eat a salad, would you still prefer runny ranch?
Yeah.
You would? Okay.
Yeah. What's funny is when I'm feeling healthy, Ryan, and I go for a salad, there's a place by my house, and they had a phenomenal runny ranch, and that's kind of like why I kept going there.
Yep.
And then they switched it on me. Talk about like
They
the biggest kick to the nuts ever.
In what way did they switch it?
They switched it to basically Hidden Valley.
Oh man.
You imagine my shock value when I, every time I would pour it on, it would come out like it was just runny, boom, 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 boom. I pour it out and it's just sludge, and I got to take my fork and scrape it out of there. And I was like,
That's the worst.
this is a nightmare. And so, I'm still salty about that.
Yeah, that's the worst when you have to like scoop it out with a fork, and forks never work because obviously you need a spoon, but you're not going to be eating anything with a spoon that
Right.
includes ranch.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just something I had to deal with today. I started the week and I knew I was going to do a Ranch Wrangler, and then today I got to respond to people's stuff about this rankings. It's just bananas. The way the internet works is you need to have zero credibility.
Here we go.
You need to have zero credibility, and people just like, this person just did a blind taste test from just some random people. Like, maybe you're like, oh, well, that's good if it's like that, because then he gets whatever. It's like, no. Plus, they didn't even get like if it would have been restaurant ranches versus bottled ranches, that would be actually very interesting, don't you?
Yeah. So number 9 on the list, Newman's Own Ranch Dressing. The first sentence is with a runny consistency and evident spices,
Oh my god,
and it ended number 9. So
that is irritating.
yeah, I mean, I think we should just quit talking about it.
Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna get real worked up.
But here's the thing: ever since the ranch bit started with Hidden Valley Video, there's been a couple different phenomenons with the ranch girl in Iowa, the ranch article in Wisconsin. They've been very spread out. So I'm kind of curious as to what's going to come up next in the ranch phenomenon game.
Wow.
Game.
I believe it's a new ranch phenomenon.
Sure. we'll go with that.
Phenomenon is such a terrible word if you
phenomenon
actually
game.
think about it.
So someone again on the internet with no credibility will
something
throw
will
something
happen.
out there. So
It just devalues us experts brand. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's been a stressful week for you.
Most people are like, this guy, he says his stressful week is dealing with a ranch controversy from some newspaper, and I'm out here, digging ditches or something like that, like,
Hey man, you poured concrete.
yeah.
You almost got me there.
Oh my God, that's cold. Yeah, man, concrete. I don't know if we've ever done this on the podcast, but we got to give a big shout out to all those guys that work concrete. And I'm not talking about the guys that are maybe city workers that stand around while this machine does all the work. I'm
Yep.
talking about getting your mud boots on, you pushing and pulling that concrete around, screeting it off, finishing it.
Is that what they call it? Screeting it?
Yeah.
What is that
That's how
exactly?
you make it level.
Okay.
Yep. And then, so that's how you make it level. And then now they have all the fancy equipment, like electronic roller that spins. That
Okay.
You used to just have to pull an actual physical board. We actually still calling it pulling board.
like a 2x4.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they still use that on like smaller parts. They'll use a 2x4,
Sure.
because obviously it doesn't leave a good finish on the top. But that's why the finishers come in and make it look nice.
Okay.
And you got to turn it at like a little bit of an angle, because if you go just straight up and down, it's not going to actually be the right height.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But double shout outs to the people that are building basements, that are trotting around
man.
the mud. That was what I had to do.
Really?
Trotting around in the mud, doing footings, building basement walls, the whole concrete deal. Those people, they actually have tough days.
Yeah.
Trust me, you do the old, I got to find something else to do so I don't have to do this the rest of my life. And then it's like always the weird, but I wouldn't trade those days in the trenches for anything else, you
Yep.
know? But
Yep. But things got turned around for you when we hit 100K.
what do you mean?
The week got better.
Well, the week was never bad.
I know it was.
It's just like
the week of You Betcha.
okay. All right, Ryan, you opened up the can of worms. I love the content that is very reactionary. That is, I need to come up with something on the fly, something I can debate,
Absolutely.
something that I can maybe argue with. And so I like that. It's just tough sometimes because our page floats back and forth between the two.
Yep.
It floats between the skits that are very, not scripted, but outlined, maybe is a good word for it, that are outlined with, we're going to do this scene, this scene, this scene, and something like this that is completely off the cuff, or something of this ranch reaction video or whatever. It kind of floats back and forth in between, and maybe that's what our page is.
Yep.
But it's always interesting to see how people react to each. Because obviously the skits ones, you can get a lot more bang for your buck in terms of views, but it also is fun to debate on the internet. Mm-hmm. And a good debate, not like, you're an idiot. Well, no, you're an idiot. Nice profile picture, dumbass. That sucks. But actually debating, one guy, another great ranch debate here. Some guy on Twitter said that he said, how dare you basically slander Hidden Valley? They changed the entire ranch world back in the 1950s. They were the first of their kind to do it the way it is now, and they changed everything. They were the first. They were the first. They were the first. And I go, all right, buddy, that's like telling me. That'd be like if I said that. That'd be like if I said that we should still put the Model T as the #1 car today because it was the first of its kind in 1908 or like whenever it was created.
Yeah, just because you flood a market first does not mean you're the best.
Just because you're like the granddaddy of the market or whatever doesn't mean that you deserve to be number one in today's world. I respect that they have built what they have. Obviously, people, for whatever reason, still buy it and like it. But it's just like to put them in a competition as number one as the best tasting ranch is like putting the Model T number one over all the other cars that exist today.
Right.
And he actually conceded. He was like, okay, that's a fair argument. I was like,
jeez,
yes.
That never happens
Yeah, I
on
know,
the internet
right?
either.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too is a lot of people commenting these kind of just like these bullshit comments, whatever. They don't, you mentioned the nice profile picture, buddy. These people do not have profile pictures. It's usually a cartoon character.
Yeah, usually just try and stay away from those. You definitely have to pick and choose which negative comments you respond to. I'm not a person that'll say, oh, just ignore them all. And I'm not a person that will dive deep into it over and over. I kind of like to just go like, okay, this person's negative comment seems like a rational negative comment.
Yep.
Maybe we'll debate them a little bit. It's kind of like what I like to do. Otherwise, it's like, otherwise you're literally debating like someone without a profile picture.
What I think is crazy is what the internet has turned into today is people debating politics, people debating religion, and you're out here debating ranch.
Isn't that a beautiful
love
thing?
it.
Isn't that
I
a
love
beautiful thing? Someone else commented too. They were like, anytime I need news about, what's going on in the world, the stock market, blah, 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 I go to CNN, which I'm not weighing in on that, what news station to watch. But he said, when I need the hard facts, stuff that I really care about, I come to You Betcha. And that was on the ranch post. And I was
I
like,
love that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
So
The coldest news source in the Midwest.
That's what we should do. Oh, man. Yeah. So that was fun today to kind of dive into because a lot of times it's like, oh, that was a funny video. Oh, that wasn't a funny video. Didn't even laugh once. But this time it was like, well, I like blue cheese. Or I like Hidden Valley. Screw you guys. It was like actually like debatable type of comments and stuff. So that was fun to do. But this podcast, Ryan, is so all over the map. I love it. Now I can see that you're ready to talk about you.
Just you see what I'm doing.
He's
with my thumbs
twiddling
here?
his thumbs, waiting for me to stop talking about ranch. Last thing I'll say about the ranch is I love it. One, is I love you, ranch. Yeah, you're right that it is wild that we're debating ranch on the internet, and not like who should run for president and all that. But I'm excited to do more ranch content. It's tough to do skits with ranch content.
Yeah. There's not a lot
We haven't
around
done
it besides
one.
eating. Besides eating the ranch.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
Maybe I should do a skit around ranch. That should be like my challenge for a skit. Just figure out how I can work it in.
Yeah. I got some ideas rolling already.
Speaking of work it in, Ryan, you've been working it in up in the merch perch.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, tell us. I know you've been itching. Tell us about your working conditions. Tell us about how many, the shirts you've had to print, the weather that's been outside because we don't have AC in here.
There's no AC in the bunker. I've been upstairs, and you can about imagine.
This segment's called Ryan's Complaints.
It's not so much of a complaint. It's the hustle and bustle. We were talking about that.
He's really been trying to force the hustle and bustle phrase down my throat here.
So this is one of the biggest t-shirt runs we've ever done. And I don't know if I was prepared for that. So what we do is we usually take the first week of orders, we'll order them up, we'll print them, we'll send them out. So it's basically split into two. After the first run, I was like, okay, the second half's usually pretty easy. Nope, we're talking like double.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we definitely had double the shirts we had the first order. So for people who don't know how the system works, we open up the shirts for 2 weeks. we close it down, we order everything, and ship them out. Well, we've been getting enough orders in the first week of those 2 weeks to order a bunch then and ship those out before we ship the other ones out.
Yep. Which thankfully we do that now because
That would have been miserable.
oh man, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I like it. It's very monotonous work, and I can kind of just like get in a zone with it. Throw on a good Netflix series or whatever. But it's been hot up there. I've been sweating. I've been drinking a couple Busch Lights, dehydrating myself. I've been fatigued.
You've been getting some juice in the veins, but also dehydrating yourself. It's
Yes.
a weird combination.
Yeah, it's a weird balance, if you will.
Nah, we'll have to say there's not many places where you can drink on the job, Ryan. So just saying.
Yeah, that has its benefits. It's obviously after hours for me, but it's been hot. I've been fatigued. The shirts are printed. They're going out tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that because it's going to be a cool run. I was telling you earlier, like a couple of shirts that I printed. I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have ordered one of these for me. And
you have been so focused on this wedding. You have been absent in the merch world.
Yeah.
In not like to where it's gonna hurt your performance, but it's the extra stuff like not ordering yourself a couple
Right.
extra,
Right.
or remembering that we have to do this week and not scheduling too much this week, so where you don't have to do it all on 1.5 nights.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a week, man, but I like coming.
I might
again.
be more excited for your wedding than you are now.
I
Because
think
of
you
that.
are. You're gonna plan a T-shirt launch right around the wedding.
Yeah.
Ryan. Yeah, I know it's the Friday before your wedding, the day before, but we got to get these shirts out.
Hey, Ryan, I know that you are getting married tomorrow, but why don't you just you know what? I actually need you to do some work tomorrow morning.
We got to get these done. The post office closes on Fridays.
Yeah.
We got to get them out.
Well, they're open till like 2 on Saturday. So
Okay.
I'll have you print up on your wedding day. That'll be like the first activity of your wedding. We'll just be printing shirts. I'll actually time out. I'll bring the press to you, and then maybe you can print up some like matching like co-best men shirts for your co-best men.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should have done something for the bachelor party. I should have wore like a white shirt, and everyone else should have wore black.
So
How
stupid.
funny would that
Oh
have
my
been?
God.
Oh, I would have loved that.
I think actually everyone would have worn them though. I think like at least one of the nights people would have been like, okay, this will be funny.
Yeah, I mean these are nice shirts. I wear one of these like
We could get
a couple times a week.
Shirts that say "Groom Squad" on them.
Yeah, and then what is the bride? What is their shirt? Bachelorette,
They're bride tribes.
bride tribe.
Maybe we got to get something that rhyme with groom, but
The groom brooms. I don't
did you
know.
just say the first thing that came to mind that rhymed with groom?
Yep.
Yeah.
First thing that comes to mind when you think of groom? Go.
Boom.
Okay, the groom boom.
Okay.
That's great. No, but what I think is cool, I do think it's cool that we print all of our merch in-house because it gives you and I an opportunity. Again, it's very monotonous work. Like I said, I can get in a zone. It's just the same repetitive thing. We kind of have our like mini meetings when I'm printing shirts, which is good because
It's mostly me just yelling out ideas and things to you, and you being like, "Oh yeah,
yeah. And if you knew what the bunker looked like, and you were sitting like towards Miles, whenever something comes up, I'll like pop my head over the railing and I'll take a quick break and we'll discuss some stuff. But it's cool printing our own merch, even if it's the amount of shirts that we've had lately. We always end up getting it done. We get the shirts out. You all are gonna have your shirts by the 4th of July. So that's pretty exciting. But it's been
Yeah,
a
I was
week.
nervous about that, but we ended up pulling it off. So,
We always do. It's the hustle and bustle.
God, I hate
It's the
that
cost
phrase.
of doing business.
I hate the phrase "hustle and bustle" so much. It's the hustle and bustle of the shirt game, Ryan.
It is. It is.
When you started the printing shirts, did you think it was going to be like it is now?
I don't really know what I
Because I
expected.
was nervous with the merch that we would sell some, and then it would be like, oh, this is awesome, merch, and then like, okay, well, we already have merch now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kind of not buy from you anymore. But
I really like the system, the pre-order system. It actually makes things a lot easier. So like, if there's a shirt ordered here or here, and we hold our own inventory, I'm not printing shirts every night, whether it be like 5, 6, 3 shirts, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So it is nice because then I can just crank everything out in about 2 nights. But
I will have to say though, Ryan, I am eyeing down the idea of having it open all the time and just printing every 2 weeks.
that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you kind of
like-
dropped a ball on me there. We actually hadn't discussed that before.
I know. I
before
kind of wanted to
today.
see how you'd react to that. But I just wonder if we would be able to put out enough merch that we would be able to keep it open all the time.
I don't know.
To make it worth it.
It all depends on if you're open to promoting it consistently.
Yeah. Well, what's nice is kind of got a system on the promoting it now where it's like I don't feel like it's too much of content and too much in the feed where it's like a good balance. So
You know, it's
we're gonna stop this podcast. We're gonna go to this break, which we're gonna do right now. And he's gonna be like, "Dude, what the?" But it's just an idea I'm throwing around, Ryan. So we'll take another break. Ryan, I think you're due for another beer, and then we'll finish up the podcast with one more segment. I want to talk to you about Gina's Designs of the Heartland. They make awesome handcrafted signs, which they were very, very, very nice to do up our own design of Nectar of the Gods. It's available on our website. They are straight out of America's Heartland, obviously in the name, but they're hand painted. They have the best quality pine is what these signs are made out of. You can grab yourself some of this fine decor hanging at your shop, your man cave, above your toilet, even in the kitchen when you're cooking up a nice dinner, Ryan, for your fiance. Does that ever happen?
No.
Ryan, when you start cooking up meals for your fiance, hang that above your
I'm like
sink.
a chicken and rice type of guy.
There you go.
Yep.
It'll bring out your inner Chip and Joanna Gaines. Again, we don't have one here with us right now. It's in the trailer still. But go check out Gina's Designs of the Heartland on their website, which is genasdesignsoftheheartland.com, or on our website to buy a Nectar of the Gods mountains. It's got a nice mountain design on it. On our website, oubetcha.com, and they'll ship it to you handcrafted, hand painted, straight from the Heartland. Wow.
So you told me to lead into this segment.
The only way you know how, right?
That's
there.
the only way I knew how to lead into the segment. So we talked about 100K. We talked about the ranch. It's been a stressful week for
Talked
Miles.
about the sweatshop.
It's been a fatigue-full week for me. Okay, we got to start that over. I don't know what we're talking about this last segment.
Ryan, we're not starting this over. We're powering through. So
Take it over.
this is what happens. Ryan tries to get cocky on me. Thinks he knows what he's doing. This is perfect though. It just goes to show you just need me, Ryan. You need me to help you do this.
I do. There's no getting around that.
Yeah, so coming up in this summer, we have 4th of July coming. You have a wedding of one of your co-best men. One of your 4 co-best men is getting married this weekend. You got
Yes.
a lot of
So I'll have 7 groomsmen in my wedding. They'll all be
four co-best men.
No, they'll all be co-best men.
Oh, you're having 7 co-best men now?
Yep.
I do like that you've doubled down now on the co-best men. It's what's nice about co is it can be as many as you want.
Right.
I guess that's right. Yeah. So you'll have how many co-brides is there going to be, Ryan?
7.
You're marrying 7 women.
Yep.
This sounds like a wedding that I definitely want to be at. I can't believe there's 7 women that are even like you, let alone want to marry you, Ryan.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what to come back with. I was trying to think of something,
Yes.
but
So okay,
the classic
so
freeze. The classic freeze from
the
the side of the
classic
table.
Sheely freeze. So we have the 4th of July. Let's talk about the 4th of July. We got it coming up. We're hopefully, is it next week that we are hoping to do one on the lake?
Yeah.
So be looking, don't be looking, be listening and looking.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the
listen out.
lookout while still listening. Right?
Yeah.
Be on the lookout to listen to the podcasts on the lake on a boat next week. That's the plan.
We're gonna do it on a
We
boat.
could totally abandon this plan, but yeah, let's do it on a boat.
I was gonna say we should maybe go back to the nostalgic little table
No,
where
we're not doing that.
the spotted cow bush light video.
Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna do it. We won't do it there. We'll do it on a boat.
Okay.
We'll be doing it on a boat. Maybe we'll do that on the anniversary of the 1 year of that. I know that doesn't really mean anything to like the listeners. Like, okay, it's just a video,
It's
but
nostalgic though.
yeah, maybe we'll do it on the year because that'll be in August then.
Okay.
So maybe that.
So maybe like August 31st. You're thinking?
Yeah, I don't have anything going on August 31st, so we could definitely do it then.
I'm pretty sure I'm free.
Yeah. I don't think that your co-best men and brides will be happy with you if you see like anything going on
Hey
that
guys,
day.
we're wrapping up the podcast real quick. We're talking about the bush
I'll
light
I'm
1
gonna-
year.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shower quick and shave,
I'll
put
be
my
there.
tux on, and then I'll be there.
We should one of these podcasts. We should talk about like just like insane wedding scenarios that like kind of like the Hangover style.
Of stuff that happens.
Yeah, we should Google some blogs, see if there's anything out there of just like crazy scenarios. Like
Well,
I missed my wedding date.
There's just no way that's ever happened.
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh my god.
There's got to be.
Ryan, I'm trying to talk about the 4th of July, and you just want to keep talking about your marriage. You want to keep talking about your wedding the whole time.
It's an exciting time. Seven brides coming.
4th of July, are you a fireworks guy or not fireworks guy?
I am. So the next door neighbor at the lake puts on this huge fireworks show. We're talking
Everyone's
like
got a neighbor like that, right?
Yep, and
Yeah.
we're fortunate enough to be right next to him. We're talking like thousands of dollars into fireworks just for a good
Just-
15 to 20 minutes
just
of
burned up. Literally just
exhilaration.
burned the money.
yeah. And we'll actually get like probably 20 to 30 boats, pontoons, to just pull up on the lake and watch the show every year. Along with like the 30, 40 people in the yard. So
Some people love that though. They love just putting on a show.
yeah, and okay, you asked if I was a fireworks guy. Yes, I like fireworks.
As long as
but-
it's someone else's money.
Well, not that. But do I get super fired up over it? Meh.
I actually, so I'm middle of the road fireworks guy. I actually like last 4th of July, I like bought some firecrackers, especially like
Did
the
you?
ones you can throw in the water and
Uh-huh.
shit like that. Bought some bottle rockets.
What blows my mind is how can you throw a firework in the water and have it
Okay,
still blow?
but maybe that's what this whole segment's about. How the flying can that happen?
It
I
is-
do not understand.
Like water is used to put fire out, and a fuse is like fire.
It's exposed to the air.
Yes.
It is susceptible to outside things because it is just out there.
I'm thinking about this right now. I'm like, how is this
Okay.
even happening?
How does it happen? I do not understand how firecrackers that are supposed to be waterproof and actually work by throwing them in the water, how do they not extinguish when they hit the water?
Here's the thing. Here is my consensus on it is now that I think about it a little bit, I'm pretty sure these firecrackers float on top of the water when they sink. Okay?
The ones
Consensus
I had sink.
gone.
Yeah,
Gone.
they absolutely sink. I do not understand it. I love them. I think they're fun.
Absolutely.
They make the like water going off underneath the water sounds super cool.
Yep.
Actually, I try and like wait on it, which I'm gonna
I
come
do
back
too.
like 2 weeks later and my finger's gonna be blown off because of this. But You wait so that it can land on the top, and then you get the water to like shoot up
Yep.
in the air. But when it sinks, how does it not go out?
I have no clue.
Like, I literally have no explanation.
I wish we could elaborate a little bit more on this topic, because this is kind of like the core part of this segment, but there's no words
It's
for it.
literally, we could just spend 10 minutes just going, I don't understand how it works. I don't understand how it works.
How loud do you think that?
I do not understand how it works, Ryan.
I don't either. How loud do you think that is underwater for the fish?
Oh my God. That would be miserable.
Because you know, like Finding Nemo, when they're like pounding on like the fish tank,
Yep.
it's like super loud in there.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, apparently fish have ears, right? No, they have
Bush
they have receptors. Fish have receptors, I believe. I can't even imagine how loud that is, especially if there's like 10 people around the lake that are throwing firecrackers in the water.
So does like the firecracker have a force field around it, or
I don't know. Here's the thing. I have no clue.
I have literally no idea. If you are some sort of wizard or some sort of engineer or some sort of pyromaniac,
Maniac.
you pyromaniac, will you please somehow let us know how those firecrackers that go in the water work? I do not understand it. Like, I literally have no explanation. How does it stay lit? Does it like, kid, my only thought, you stick with me.
Okay.
My only thought is that the wick fuse is designed, is coated, and it actually doesn't burn the outside of the coating.
Burns through it.
It burns in the inside of the coating. So like, for example, you got a sausage, it's got the casing on it.
Yep.
And it burns the meat, but not the casing on the sausage.
Yep.
That is my
Wow.
best explanation, I think, of
That's a good
how this would
observation.
work.
Yeah.
But then once you get further enough in there, wouldn't it like just not have enough oxygen to even keep the fire lit?
So you just
Ryan
like
is
combat
just
it.
like so defeated.
I don't know.
This is the most defeated I've felt in a very long time, and I think this is the perfect way to end the podcast. So let us know. Well, one, if you actually know, let us know. But if you have some sort of speculation on how these work, you have to let us know, because my mind is in a pretzel. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
I'm gonna walk away from this podcast
Yeah.
just like not
don't-
knowing what
yeah.
to do.
So
We should go buy some fireworks.
Hopefully we'll have learned this by the next podcast, so that we can inform you guys on how they work. Maybe we have to do research, or hopefully someone lets us know. I'm hoping that someone lets us know so we don't have to do research.
Right. I mean,
But-
we could Google it real quick. But
Honestly, it'll
that's
be
not
the
fun.
4th of July podcast is what it'll be, I think.
Yep.
So, yeah, 4th of July podcast from a boat next week. Ryan, I think you should take us home.
Guys, thanks again for listening into what we think is episode 25, probably is. The Hunter K episode. We'll call it that. A lot of things going on in the ranch world this week. T-shirts are going out. They will get to you guys by the 4th of July. And the next podcast is going to be on the lake. I'm pretty excited for that. So, guys, thanks again for listening. I, myself, am Ryan the T-shirt guy.
And I'm Miles, the You Betcha guy. May your ranch always be runny and your bush lattes forever be cold. Cheers, Ryan. Wow. Oh my God, that's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.